Welcome back to Factorio Hyperbase Revisited, episode 22, I believe. Okay, so last episode we were looking at getting the sciences, wherever they are, down here. The sciences are fully charged, and we've got... I don't really want you doing this, dude. I should really have a button to turn it off. Let's just go to science load. I don't think I need that. Yeah, that's better on the UPS. So, what I was noticing is that, just a minute. And continuing. So yeah, the problem, the problem in extending to all the sciences. According to that, they actually all should have a reasonable amount. In fact, they have. So you have plenty, right? Plenty enough. It's basically 800 that you're getting served up. Yes, so I need to start up science. Let's do that. It's basically just this one or this one that I'm going to be doing. This one going to 18 is... Actually, are we on 16? Oh, we haven't finished this. So it's 2 million. Maybe we'll resume that and then we'll do... a few more mining productivities. That should have triggered all of these columns into action. And if I have a look now, actually get away from that to get our UPS back to something a little bit better. If we have a look now, we are doing just shy of 6k per minute, which with the extra 20%, I know it really counts the 20%. It's a consumption of 8 that we're after, which is like 9.6 because of the 20% bonus. But this should almost be visible and moving. Anyway. Yeah, we need to do that because otherwise this space science is just going to keep causing an issue. So we're launching, aren't we? Yes, we are. I sent it up fairly prematurely, so it's probably not going to take very long before it's ready to go again. We've almost done 1,000 satellites, and since we've started up science again. I don't expect this to move too dramatically, even at sort of 5.7 thousand science per minute. Yes, so coming back to low density structures, we worked out we needed this. I'm not sure if I did all these calculations on in the last episode or not, but one of these low density structure items uses 44,000 copper and 4,400 steel. So 10 times as much copper, which is interesting. In fact, low density structure. Yes, 2 steel, 20 copper. So in the old days, I assumed that I needed this, 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 and this. And in fact, we even have these facilities built. We just don't have these ones. And this is why I built LDS here, because of all this iron, so that we could access all the required steel that we'd need. But it doesn't look like we need this much anymore. Because if we zoom in on one of these steels, Control N. So this one here by itself is 2894. And we need 17,600, something like that. So if that's the case, if it's 17,600 divided, well, how did it end up down there? 17,000, oh, 17,600. 17,600 divided by 2894 equals 6. Okay, only just over 6. Now, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's not even a full block of this anymore. Although we may as well have a full block, but it certainly isn't 4 blocks. Which is good. We can do away with this whole thing altogether. Now, the only thing is, I'm not sure which one I want to keep. Maybe it would make sense to remove this guy. Because if you look, the train, both of them actually are relying on top-ups from bot-supplied activity, which is not going to be nearly as efficient as this direct train load. I could do this another way, and in fact maybe I should, which would be the train would kind of load and then it would move forward a little bit and then it would load the rest of the wagons. I do that in one other location. Down here, it's not quite long enough, so there's actually 2 stops. It first of all stops here, then it moves forward. In fact, you'll see this in action right now. These 2 are not able to be loaded immediately. So you can see when this one is full, which probably won't take particularly long. What does stone stack to? I think it's 2,000. In fact, you can see in terms of, yeah, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Now, that should be all of these. It will move forward just enough, and now it can fill these 2. That sort of thing is what you can do when the patches are not broad enough. But that's not really our issue here. Now, just to check the copper in contrast, because I think the most important thing is not oversupply, it's undersupply. We're getting 27,000 from here, and we needed, wait a sec, we needed 176,000, I think. So maybe again, well, it probably is just about a multiple, isn't it? No, Control N. Both of these, say, are 55,000, and I think we need basically 176,000 divided by 55,476 equals. So yeah, we need 4 to be on the safe side. We're going to need 4, and that's 2. So I guess what that does mean is I definitely don't need this whole facility. So let's start doing some work towards removing some of the stuff that we don't need. We do need this. We don't need this. We are not going to be using this. So, oh, my bots aren't on, so that's good. Wow, there's a lot of stuff to remove here, or mark for removal. It just goes to show you how dramatically different the changed recipes are since I needed all of this originally. I think they swapped the requirement for copper and steel around when they realized just how much was actually going into the low density structures. This is what an army of Spidertrons could help you clear fairly quickly, say. I don't need all of this either, and I don't need these trains. Awkward. Oops. Let's not wipe something that we might need. Okay. That whole block we don't need. Over here, there's a block that's actually largely built out that we also don't need. I don't know how much UPS is not actually being active, so I don't know how much UPS it's saving us. And I would like to check before I get too carried away with actions here. I would like to check whether we could grab this loading and set it up maybe over here on this 1G copper area. And then I can try and work out whether the steel here is able to replace all of this one. And then we can perhaps rip this out. Save all the entities up here, get a little bit more room. Not that this is a problem, they're kind of quite well self-contained. It's just that I think that these, well, that's 1.7. This is, so that's twice, basically. Twice what one of these is. Does it already have refuel? It has refueling set up already. And this one does as well, so that part's not an issue. In fact, it would be quite easy to not cross over here, which would be good, and redirect that refueling so that it goes down here and provides bot-based refueling across here and perhaps across here. And also, well, the copper side, we could do the copper side if we got rid of the steel. Maybe even have it bridge down to a copper based down here. So that seems like quite a good idea for me. And I just want to see how our science is doing. We're still pretty much 5, 6. It should be 6 slots of 960, 6 9s 54. It should be 5, 7 really. So it's remotely possible there's 1 or 2 that aren't firing quite as well. I also want to I want to check power as well. That's another thing that we should check. Does this have power? Yes. That's actually a slightly awkward time to be looking at it because it's obviously recharging. Well, 35, 36 gigawatts are going straight into the accumulators. So that bit is not really an issue. You can take that off the 85. You've got sort of 36 going up still. So we're using, it's getting close to 50 gigawatts that we're actually using. Yeah, I really wouldn't like a brownout on this factory, although it would restart quite well when the accumulators started up. But we'd have to build more solar then for absolute surety. And I'm trying to get some idea as to whether this is going to be sufficient to hold out without building more solar. That is, I guess, where I'm kind of going with that. Another train. So this one up here I don't really care about. Can I cycle to the other one? No, you've got to fix this up. This is just a support for the solar that we're not building anymore. Okay, I better give it some fuel just to get rid of it. Okay, fine. We will fly over to the fuel. Do this properly. Could probably pick something up from the main base, but whatever. Here we go. This fuel will do. Break. Break already. Okay, so you've got some fuel. I'm not quite sure how much I need. That should suffice. Now this is probably the longest horizontal movement that's required to get to this train that's out of fuel. It's more the other one that I'm trying to find out where it is. In fact, I should have taken a decent amount of fuel so I could see where the other one is. We are going to have to fix all of the fueling issues. We can't have trains running out of fuel. Are we going in the right direction, or is it earlier than this? No, it's still further along. This is a lot of solar. A big lot of solar. Yeah. So you have nothing, and up here you have some coal. That's it. Okay, so where is the real one? Here. And you are an LDS train, right? So those ones are kind of critical. We will go back and sort that out. They're traveling a lot further. Okay, where do we go up? I think we go up here, is it? Maybe it's a bit further out. No, there we go. There's some fuel. Right. I think there's a fairly... Oh, this is the very top fuel. Okay. In that case... I'll just grab as much of that as I can. That should do. So this is fuel 1 with the belt-based system that we fixed an episode or so ago. Oh, there's a couple of trains stuck there right now. That is not ideal. I think there's another stacker situation that I'm going to have to set up to make that work. Now, LDS, I think it was down further, wasn't it? It was after serving the yellow science. Here. And on the way to the yellow science. No, not that one. This one here. Why can you not actually cross that? Have you actually physically gone past this point, or it's just decided that you're special? Okay, if I turn you to manual, let's that one go now anyway. Oops. A tiny bit left over. You can go back to auto. That's not really what I was hoping for. Why can't you cross there? Oh, you can now. You're just thinking about it. Okay, so yes, if we can get back up to the LDS. We need to rebuild this. Well, by rebuild it, I mean build it out. We need this copper desperately. So I have a mining pattern here, which, for argument's sake, let's see if we can basically do the same thing. Should have gone to map mode probably. Actually, this could work out really well because I can copy the train as well. That should be everything. Yes, I want to copy the trains. Yes, let's create that blueprint and place it here for the moment. And in fact, I may even get Spidey to come over here. I might be able to use Spidertron to help rip out all this stuff and reposition it over here. Okay, let's come over here. Map mode. Rotate, rotate. Okay, I need to run up a little bit. I think, oh. I think that means that if you get a blue one, obviously it's off. I can't see what's just below me. It's not showing me, so I need to run down a little bit. You would think I could reorganize it a little bit if it's slightly off. My concern My concern is that if we don't have good filling on the end train, or my concern was that we might not have, shall I say. Okay, let's have a look what it actually did over here. You don't have access to very much. That's the problem with that one. Which could be alleviated maybe with an adjustment. We could probably shove it down. We should try and shove it down a little bit further. You don't have very good access either, but that shouldn't be too bad. It was a right pain trying to do this. I'm not sure that it's something that I would necessarily rush to repeat. I think I could probably have this one swap out. Well, have this sort of come up one, this come down one. So it's more balanced, and then that pushes that end down here. But I can do that when and here we probably want to push this one up. We could, yeah, I don't know how much better it is though. This obviously has been changed slightly. I am thinking of running with just a 2 minor arrangement from now on, with more beacon coverage effectively. You would be able to get 2, maybe 4 more beacons on each one. If you can get 2 down the sides, push this back 2 spaces, still get coverage, you'd get 4 more beacons, so you'd double the beacons. And that's what the advantage of all that productivity research does. It just fill these really fast, even though you have half the number of entities. That's why you keep going with the productivity research. The more you have, the better everything is. Are we still doing our... Yes, we are. Have we got 10 minutes worth yet? Yeah, we're doing about 5.6, I guess. 5.6. Are we getting any hold-ups in the science? 30k, you've completely stopped. The reason is the PU, processing unit. Oh, you're filling up with garbage here. Okay, that's kind of what I wanted to... That's kind of what I wanted to spy as well. We better get down there, fix that. Teething issues, teething issues. I thought I had told this not to pick up these things, but obviously not. Are you still requesting them, or is it just what was... You're not still requesting them even. We're going to have to try and get them out of here. Buffer chest. We're not making any more, so this should be a one-off. Filter stack inserters. Pick up those. Oops. How about copy? Yes, that it? That's it. Alright. Assume this is going to be fastest. Or easiest. At this point, good on you. Now, oh, I should have thrown my faster legs on for sure. I can do now. I don't know how many of these bots are just holding those things, but I want to... Oh. Mouse, there you are. Let's request these guys maybe in the amount of 500, or do you already have more than 500? 2,000. That's 200. 2,000. So that if there are any lying about, we can get rid of them. I don't think there are. In fact, we can probably check in the system here. No, there's 16,000 of them. It's probably counting these items though. So, alright, this production has resumed. We're a long way away from the cargo contents we need to have. We do have a fairly long leeway. That's just one of the science trains though. Where exactly is the other one right now? You are in blue science. Okay, we need to see what the hold-up is in blue science. The hold-up, if anything. It doesn't appear to be a hold-up. It just appears to be where it got up to. And... yes, I don't think I really need to... observe these ones that much. It's going to be fine. I think the requested chests here actually pick up an entire cargo load. So it's just replacements that are being loaded into them, and they're just loading this as fast as they can up to the 1.6k. And then it will dispatch its goodies. and it will dispatch its goodies to number 3. How much do you guys have? Oh yeah. How low were you guys? 200. Oh, okay. So we do actually need these trains to start coming through. Like we need the other one now to be done. What are you at? 10k. There's a bunch of modules in here that need to be removed as well. But that's not the issue. The issue, again, is LDS. Alright. If it's going to be LDS, it's going to be LDS. Up. Okay. Where is map? There it is. Map mode. Where's my Spidertron? Did I tell him to come? Oh, he's down there. Actually, stay there. Let's get him to disassemble some of this stuff. Oh, I don't really need that. Okay, yes. You can't actually carry that much when you're still full of rail, can you? Oh, you're not completely done. Not too far from it, but not completely done. Alright. What are we going to do? Maybe we should do a dump chest for him. Maybe I should get my own bots onto this as well with a dump chest for me. And we can transfer this build from down there. We're going to need quite a different build though for the copper processing. It's not the same as steel obviously because it's a single process. But we do have some examples of how that's supposed to work, so we can certainly use them. Alright, here you go, buddy. Maybe he picked up the train that I got rid of. Okay, all this excess rail, dude, you can put it in there. What else do you have? You've got stone and you've got wood. The rest is probably sort of useful. Oh, I've picked up some of these things. Maybe a tiny bit of rail wouldn't hurt you. Well, out of that stuff. Okay. Your power is shot. Yeah, that's another problem with the Spidertron. So maybe I am just better off with a mass army of construction bots. They're not reliant on their one set of batteries and charger to charge up one fusion reactor. Alright. How about you do this bit now and contemplate doing that bit. We have room this time. These guys have no charge. Battery, no charge. Kind of makes me want to just come over here. I was going to dump my stuff up above, but I'm going to need my bots. Other than that, everything else, I will grab you, and I will grab you. Till my bots go the way of Spidertron. Still got power according to the battery over here. Okay, let's get rid of or help the removalist program. Oh, what were we picking up? Oh, we were picking up some iron ore, were we? Okay. Here you go. And another quick interruption, but that's alright. What I might do while this is doing this is see if... oh, they're still charging. Oh, I can tell from the image down here, bottom right-hand corner, that the robots are still charging up. Yes, it's one of the issues with Mr. Spidertron. Oh, and I've got another train out of fuel. I may have to leave Spidertron a bit longer. Am I out of things to lay down? Not quite. Oh, the train stops are at the front, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. So Spidertron must have everything else that's useful. Has he finally started charging? Yes, but I can't imagine he's charged very far. Nevertheless, I want him to come here. Maybe he can help a little bit. Is there any ore in here? Thankfully, there is not. Okay. So what I think we want to do is we want these mechanisms to be set up down here. Just 2 of them. And obviously all of this gets removed. And we'll continue to do the transfer. We'll need a bit of extra rail probably along with it. Here he is. Oh look. He is actually building stuff without me having to prompt him. Come up here a bit. No charge. Minimal charge. Getting slightly better. But the legs have their own battery, perhaps. Okay, come up here. Do you not have any beacons on you? You have beacons. Why aren't you putting beacons down? Don't know. Maybe I should swipe his beacons. Possibly mining drills as well, if he has any. We actually seem to be a bit short of mining drills and beacons. I'm a bit surprised by that. What else are we missing? Radar. There's probably a few things that hadn't been fully implemented. Perhaps. I know what I'm going to do with that iron ore. We're just going to get rid of that to this facility. No, not those, the iron ore. So, has science progressed now? No, still waiting on an LDS train. Or you are waiting on plastic, actually. You are waiting on plastic, actually. And you are waiting on plastic. They're all waiting on plastic. That seems odd that the plastic train can't fill. Have I finally reversed the situation to such a degree that we have, we now have an abundance of light oil? Well, oh, and I totally disabled this cracking. I thought that was still active. So the thing is, because we hadn't used it at all for quite a while, the petroleum built up to a level that was excessive and choked everything else. Now that we've been using it, it looks like we do actually need to restore some cracking. So I think I will do that. Well, at this point, I have very little idea where I left my stuff. It must be at the other, where we are removing stuff from. Hopefully I didn't pick it up. No, that's it there. Okay, so I need to restore some cracking. I'll have to redo some calculations and get the balance right, or at least with controls that enable it to self-correct. Because it will be hard to get exactly right when some of it's refueling, which is hard to judge exactly how much you need. Okay, you clearly need cracking. And you clearly need power, which should be relatively easy, probably as easy as that. Oh, you guys were never finished. You need this stuff. I'm going to have to move you and you so that I can do that. And where are the pumps in vanilla? Here, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I had 10 right there. Chemical plant. Why am I building chemical plants? Those are not pumps. We are looking for offshore pumps. Those things. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if I need that much room or not. Now, landfill, because apparently pumps work just fine even if they're coming out of land. And beacons can just go back in. There you go. So you should, or you would be, if you had connections, you would now be cracking maybe. Yes. Heavy is still a little bit oversupplied. So that should be giving you enough to finish off. Oh wow, some of these, or that one in particular, are massively under for some reason. $3,000, good grief. 4.8, okay. Not sure why these things get uneven. Where are you going? No, this is not working. You should be going straight to... you need one of these inserted between these two. When in doubt. You can't just go straight down there. Well, circuit plastic 3. Circuit plastic 3 load full cargo wagon and move up. You grab that, don't you? Move up to there. Go to circuit plastic. There's no point pretending that you're going to help somebody down here when you're not. Oh, and what's out of fuel? B copper 4. Hang on. How did you get out of fuel? Do you not have bots here? You don't have any logistic bots. Okay. I'm not making logistic bots, but I could do with some. Oh. That's where all this stuff ended up. Let's turn you off. Let's reclaim all of those and all of those. Alright, that's a lot better. Now, let's grab some Logibots. That's a very sad reason to run out of fuel. Our last thing that we do today will be to fix that permanently. Your Logibots, I just want 50. You better still be on me. Yes. And this is actually not that far away from the space, fortunately, but yes, a bit of an oversight there, not actually providing the means for the fuel to get distributed. Let's just see where we are, where this missing fuel is. Here. Wonder if I've ever noticed that before. Bots, 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 bots. There you go. Distribute your fuel, suckers. Meanwhile, I will take 100 fuel and put 10 in each of these as they go by. And when they next get up there, they should refuel themselves as a consequence of those bots sorting things out. And what, we have another train out of fuel? Okay. Oh, of course, yes. We knew we hadn't sorted out the fuel, or did we? Did we know that? Where do you go? You go PS, Purple, oh, you go to Purple Science Rail, right. Yeah, we knew we hadn't sorted out you. Well, alright, that's, that I guess is my problem, so I will leave it there. Thanks very much for joining me. Look forward to seeing you in the next, where we continue sorting out low density structures. Bye bye for now.